Welcome in to Bon Appetit. This is so fun. This is a topic I really love, and we are so lucky to have Kathy Quinn with us, Lost
Creek Herbs.
Herbs. And Kathy is at the Curb Market.
That's right.
So you actually have access to this lovely woman who knows a lot about food. And we're going to talk today about food as medicine. I'm a big believer in this. So Kathy, let's go, and you just tell me what we're going to be talking about here.
Well, since food is medicine, you know, I have the herbs, but the rest of the Curb Market has the food. And so last weekend, I went to the Curb Market and I bought all of this beautiful food to bring and show you what is now available at the Curb Market. Over here we have petty pan squash.
That looks like summer squash, but it's a little eggplant. Oh, okay.
Baby eggplants. You put it together and you make a meal.
Okay.
And this is my beautiful basil.
Ooh, I love that.
And then Eat South has wonderful beets. Beets are a superfood.
They are. They are.
And then we have peaches are coming on. These
We're
are the
ready.
first peaches.
Are these Chilton County, I'm hoping?
They are.
Okay. We wanna
Blankenship Farms.
buy Alabama products.
And these are some absolutely
Beautiful.
gorgeous blueberries, another superfood. And then we have green beans, some luscious looking tomatoes, another superfood.
Mm-hmm.
And these are so good for you. Onions.
Anything in that garlic family is healthy.
Yes, and you don't even think about it. Throw it in everything you eat. And then they also sell eggs, all kinds of colorful eggs. Today you don't get white eggs. Well, they're called yard eggs.
Well, and that's because you have the chickens that are being raised on good food. They're not caged in, they're free range, and these make a tremendous difference. I agree.
And so these are a bunch of different chickens contributed to this set of eggs. And then I wanted to talk about bread. My friend and fellow Curb Market vendor, Julia Chilters, bakes her own bread in her kitchen every week for the Curb Market. We try to bring some on Thursdays and a lot on Saturdays. If you get there early, you'll get some of her bread.
Wonderful.
And it is artisan bread. It is all not quite organic. It's hard to get organic wheat.
True.
But it's got
all the healthy grains and
yeah,
everything that's good for you.
She loves to use natural yeast. That's what it's called, Wild Yeast Kitchen, because she uses the wild yeasts to make it. And this is pan a la vigne that we're going to cut here, and I'm going to toast you a piece. So
now, how are we going to make this food medicine? Tell me how we're doing that.
We're making it medicine because when we eat these kinds of foods, we get all the medicinal properties of the plain old good food, vitamins, minerals, what else in them?
And Kathy, you're an expert on the herbs, on that part of everything.
When I went to herb school, we spent a lot of time learning how to eat right, because that's the most important. Before you get to the herbs, you need to eat better. And we have the standard American diet. You know what that is. Burgers and fries. It's called SAD.
You're right. You're right. This has a lot to do with our health. Let's go ahead and put a piece in since we don't have a lot of time, and we'll see what this looks like.
All right.
And then I could make a tomato sandwich out of that very easily.
You got it. Let's put it in here. And don't forget that you need butter, which I forgot.
Well, that's okay. And that's all right. We can pretend we have butter. And here's the thing about butter. Remember, Kathy, butter is better for us than any kind of margarine. If God made it, it's good. And that it's healthier. You just don't want to use as much. And you could also use olive oil would be good.
You could, and we also, I use grass-fed butter, which you can get from Ireland. Hopefully someday somebody in Alabama will grow it.
Well, we have that. It's called Kerrygold, as a matter of fact, and you can buy that at the grocery stores, and that's a lot healthier for you, just like grass-fed beef is.
Yeah.
If you're going to eat meat. This is wonderful. So it's nice to know that you have all of these fresh things, and then if you took your basil and just took your tomatoes,
you could make a tomato basil sandwich.
You need to add these things. I've gotten to where I put basil in almost everything. Basil, parsley, chives, any of those things. And they're so, Kathy, they're easy to grow. Do you sell herbs at the Curb Market?
I do. I sell herbs that you can grow, or herbs that you can buy cut fresh if you don't feel like growing them yourself, or dried. I have a whole selection of dried herbs.
Okay, so if we come to your booth, what would it be that I could get at your booth?
You could get dried herbs, fresh herbs, plants, and ointments, salves, and bug spray.
Okay, we'll talk more about that another time, and I think we're just about ready here
to pop it up.
Oh my goodness, and talk about a great smell. Kathy, thank you so much for being, we'll break bread with you and with Kathy, and thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be right back.